Good afternoon, dear students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the compounding of steam turbine. Today, we are going to analyze impulse turbine. So, first of all, we will talk about velocity diagram of impulse turbine. We know that in the impulse turbine, this profile type blade is used. If the steam velocity is V1, that is coming from the nozzle, and it will leave the velocity at V2. This is the outlet absolute velocity, this is the inlet absolute velocity. With the action of this V1, the blade is moving with the velocity U. This is the mean blade velocity. This U is mean blade velocity. So how the velocity diagram of impulse turbine is drawn? So let's see that it is the profile blade, and this is the absolute velocity of the steam, that is V1, and with respect to this V1, this moving blade is move with the velocity U. Move with the velocity U. This V1 is striking the blade at the angle alpha 1, and alpha 1 is the nozzle angle. Here is the nozzle. Here is the nozzle. So alpha 1 is the nozzle angle, and this VR1. This VR1 is the relative velocity, inlet relative velocity with respect to the rotor blade. Basically, these are the two velocities which are known to us. Other velocities are the components of this V1 and U1, that is VR1, and this beta 1. This beta 1 is the inlet angle of blade. At which the relative velocity is striking the profile blade. So this is beta 1, that is the inlet blade angle, alpha 1 nozzle angle, V1 absolute velocity of the steam. This U is the mean blade velocity, VR1 is the relative blade velocity with respect to the rotor blade. So this is the inlet part. And this steam goes out of the profile blade in this direction. So this is the relative velocity at the outlet, VR2. VR2 is the relative velocity at outlet, and this is coming at the angle beta 2. This is the outlet blade angle. The velocity of blade, that is the mean blade velocity, is in this direction. So this is beta 2, hence this is also beta 2. And the absolute velocity is this V2. That is having the angle of alpha 2, and alpha 2 is what? Alpha 2 is the absolute fluid angle at outlet. It means the steam at which the fluid is coming out. So alpha 1, alpha 2, V1, V2, VR1, VR2 is clear to you, I think. So we can make a combined velocity diagram of inlet diagram and outlet diagram. We can combine it because this U is common in both. So we can draw a combined velocity diagram. And combined velocity diagram is drawn in such a way that this is U, this is the mean blade velocity, and this alpha 1, this is the alpha 1, angle of nozzle with absolute velocity V1. So this is V1 at alpha 1, and this is VR1 at beta 1, and beta 1 is the blade angle. So this is this part is your inlet velocity diagram. At outlet, this is V2 and this is beta 2, that is VR1, VR2, and the tangential component of the velocities are VW1 and VW2. VW1 and VW2, these are the tangential component. And this VF1 and VF2, VF1 and VF2 are the axial component of the velocity, absolute velocity at inlet and outlet. So this is the absolute velocity, axial component of axial velocity, that is VF1 and VF2. So in this way, the complete velocity diagram of the impulse turbine is drawn. Now we are going to analyze the impulse turbine. So component of inlet steam in direction of velocity u will exert force on blade. It means which direction? The component of this u, that is VW1 and VW2, will exert a force on the blade, that is the tangential force on blade, that will be given by F equals to m dot and into component of VW1 and VW2. So from this diagram we can see that VW1 is equal to V1 cos alpha 1. From this diagram VW1 is equals to V1 cos alpha 1, and VW2 is equals to V2 cos alpha 2, and from the diagram it is clear that this is of positive nature and this is of negative nature. So we can write F, that is the tangential force on the blade, is equals to mass flow rate of the steam, tangential velocity component at V1 minus tangential velocity component at V2. So we can write it as, because W2 is negative, so we can write it as negative into negative plus, so F equals to m dot VW1 plus VW2, or we can write it as F equals to m dot, that is the mass flow rate, into VW is called as, because tangential force is also called as Vril component. So the combination of VW1 plus VW2 equals to VW. Now the power which can be given out by the blade is given by tangential force into blade velocity, that will be equivalent to m dot VW u divided by 1000. I have divided it by 1000 because I have to find out in kilowatt. So P can also be written as m dot VW1 plus VW2 into u divided by 1000 kilowatt. We have placed VW1 plus VW2 in place of VW. Now blade or diagram efficiency, sorry, this is not velocity, efficiency. This is blade or diagram efficiency. So blade efficiency is given by work done, the amount of the work that is done by the blade divided by the amount of the kinetic energy that is supplied to the blade. So it will be, what is work done? Work done is m dot, that is the power, m dot VW1 plus VW2 into u divided by how much kinetic energy is supplied to the blade, that will be half m dot V1 square. V1 square is the velocity of the steam that is coming from the nozzle outlet. So that's why we consider this kinetic energy. So this m dot is cancelled out by this m dot. So blade velocity can be u equals to neta b equals to 2 vw into u divided by v1 square. And this is the formula for the blade efficiency. Now from this formula you can see that to find out the maximum value of blade velocity, we have to find out the value of u by v1, because we know that the value of u and v1. So we have to find out the ratio at which we get the maximum blade velocity. This will be discussed in further class. Second is stage efficiency or gross efficiency. Stage efficiency or gross efficiency. Stage efficiency is what? Efficiency, that is the ratio of work done, that is the work done by the blade divided by the isentropic heat drop. Isentropic heat drop. It means, isentropic heat drop means the heat drop which take place in between the nozzle and the blade. The nozzle and the blade. So neta s, that is the stage efficiency, is equals to m dot vwu, this is the power, this is the work done, divided by m dot delta h delta h isentropic. It means the enthalpy drop in between the blade and the nozzle. So it can also be modified it as m dot vwu divided by, we have multiply as well as divide by this kinetic energy which is entering into the blade, this m dot v1 square by 2 in both the side. So it can be written like this. So this value is what? This value is what? This is the blade velocity. This is the blade velocity. So blade velocity, this is the efficiency of blade velocity. Efficiency of blade. This is the efficiency of the blade into this value. This is the kinetic energy and this is the isentropic heat drop. And in the previous lecture we have discussed this formula, and this is the formula of nozzle efficiency. So what is efficiency? Efficiency is the multiplication of blade efficiency into nozzle efficiency. Blade efficiency into nozzle efficiency. So from this formula it is very clear that stage efficiency is less as compared to the blade efficiency. Now, as I have told you that we have to find out the maximum value of this. So now we are going to find out the value of NB, that is maximum. Now we have to find out the condition at which neta blade is maximum. So what is the formula of neta B? That is be 2 VWU divided by V1 square. So the ratio of U by V1, we are taking U by V1 because we are taking U and V1 as all other components are derived from them. We have derived all the values in terms of U and V1, and all the components are derived from these two values. So U by V1 equals to rho. Let us consider it is rho. It is called as blade speed coefficient. Blade speed coefficient. So neta B is maximum when this value, that is 2 VWU is maximum. This will be maximum when 2 VWU is maximum and V1 is minimum. But we, from the formula, if V1 is minimum, the minimum value of V1 can be 0. It means the blade velocity efficiency is infinity, and it is not possible that the efficiency is infinity. So we have to find out this value at which neta blade is maximum. So optimum blade speed, that is, we have to find out the value of u by v1. So first of all we take delta vw. Delta vw, as I already told you in the formula, that delta vw is this. So we can write it as v1 cos alpha 1 plus v2 cos alpha 2 equals to, now it can also be written as, from the velocity diagram, trigonometrically we can write this v1 cos alpha as v1 cos alpha, v1 cos alpha as vr1 beta 1, vr1 cos beta 1 from this triangle, and v2 cos alpha 2 as vr2 cos beta 2. So taking this vr1 cos beta 1 common, we can write it as this equation, taking vr1 cos beta 1 common. Now we taking an assumption that beta 1 beta 2 are nearly equal. What is beta 1 and beta 2? What is beta 1 and beta 2? And beta 1 and beta 2 are the inlet and outlet blade angle. So therefore cos beta 2 by cos beta 1 is a constant, and let it be b. And vr2 over vr1 is equal, let it be k, and that is called as plate velocity coefficient. Now putting the value of cos beta 2 by cos beta 1 equals to b, k is equals to vr2 by vr1, we can write vw equals to vr1 cos beta 1 in bracket 1 plus k b. So what is the value of vr1? The value of vr1 from this velocity triangle, the value of vr1 from this velocity triangle, if you see trigonometrically, we can write it as v1 cos alpha 1 minus u. So vw equals to vr1, it can be written as this, v1 cos alpha minus u in bracket 1 plus kb, multiplying both side by u. So vwu equals to v1 cos alpha 1 minus u in bracket 1 plus kb into u. We know that we have to find out the value of rho, and rho is equals to u by v1. So u is equals to rho v1. From this, u equals to rho v1. So uvw equals to, writing the value of u, that is rho v1. In this equation we get this. Now what you have done, taking this v1 common, so it will become v square. So 2vwu divided by v square equals to 2 rho cos alpha 1 minus rho square. We have taken rho in this bracket 1 plus kb. And what is this? 2vwu by v1 square, that will be the blade velocity. blade velocity, and from this equation we can see that blade efficiency is the function of this rho, blade velocity coefficient, blade speed coefficient. So differentiating equation number 1, this is this equation with respect to rho. So by differentiating this with respect to rho, we will get eta differentiation of blade velocity with respect to rho 2 cos alpha minus 2 rho 1 plus kb. And for finding out the maximum velocity, we have maximum condition for the blade velocity, we have to put it as 0. So for maximum value, this value is equals to 0. So putting this value equals to 0, we will get cos alpha 1 equals to 2 rho equals to cos alpha 1 by 2, or we can say that u by v1 equals to cos alpha 1 by 2. So this is the condition at which we will get the maximum blade efficiency. Now putting the value of rho in this equation, we will get this value, blade efficiency. By putting the value of rho, we will get 1 by 2 cos square alpha 1 plus kb. Now if we consider no friction loss, it means VR1 by VR2 equals to 1, k equals to 1, and we have considered that beta 1 equals to beta 2. So blade efficiency equals to 1 by 2 cos square alpha 1 into 2. 2 is why? Because we have put k and b as 1. So blade efficiency is equals to half cos square alpha 1 into 2. So we can determine the maximum efficiency of the blade efficiency of the impulse turbine. Blade efficiency is equals to cos square alpha 1. For which value of rho? For rho is equals to cos alpha 1 by 2. So this is the performance diagram for the impulse turbine. This is the blade efficiency and this is the blade speed ratio. So if it is 0 and it is 1 here, first of all it start increasing and it achieve the value cos alpha 1 by 2, that is the value of rho, and here the maximum efficiency is cos square alpha 1, and after this value the efficiency goes on decreasing. Now this is for the single stage turbine, single stage impulse turbine. Now if we consider for multi-staging, so what is the change in multi-staging? So in the multi-staging, only the change is for multi-staging, value of rho is given as rho is equals to cos alpha 1 by 2 into n, where n is what? N is the number of stages. If we are using 2-stage turbine, then n is 2. When you are using 3-stage turbine, n is 3. So this is in the way. So if we are using multi-staging turbine, only the difference is that the value of rho, that is cos alpha 1 by 2, we have multiplied it by 1 by n. So where n is number of stages. In this way the analysis of impulse turbine is completed. In the next class we will discuss performance of reaction turbine. Thank you.